Alright, people, it is time for some more connections. Before we start, though, I've got some bad news. I've let everybody down. At some point in the past week, I lost my streak. I don't really have a good answer, except to say that I was really tired and exhausted from work. And then on one of these puzzles, this one, I just wasted all of my guesses without really thinking about it. What I should have done was I should have spent more time thinking. I got tripped up on the blues and the purples instead of, so the clue was like rainforest, rainbow, raincoat. Instead, I got uh, sidetracked into thinking it was like black forest and black night. And then I just couldn't break out of that tunnel vision, and then I ended up botching it. What I should have done was because I used up all of my four guesses in the morning. Should have just taken a few hours to think, taken a few hours away from the puzzle, and then come back to it later. And then if you still don't know, then that's fine. But I feel like this was a puzzle that I could have gotten had I, uh, you know, been a bit more sensible about how I went about it. Nevertheless, you you learn from your failures, and or at least that's what I'm going to tell myself, and that's what we're going to be trying to do. Except now, sadly, our quest to reach a streak of 100 has been delayed by, at a minimum, at least 3 more months, and that is assuming I solve all of these puzzles flawlessly, but you know what? We're gonna get there 1 week at a time. Well, one day at a time for me, but I'm really only recording the connections every Sunday, so 1 week at a time in terms of the videos. Anyway, with that very long and very sad preamble out of the way, it's time for us to go into today's connection. What do we got here? Thick, dense. All right, I'm thick, dense, compact, tight. Immediately, I see some potential. Ooh, actually, just give me a moment. Let me pull up my notepad. Right, let's go. So thick, dense, compact, tight. That's one. Reflect. Where would that go? Brush, nail file, tweezers, mirror, like cosmetics stuff maybe. I'm less confident about this, but we'll keep that for now. Deliberate, reflect, muse, and maybe noodle. Hang on, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Excuse me? What is this a let me refresh. Is this a typo or is this an actual word? What the hell is the hell is this? Whatever. Let's leave that. Let's leave that. Is it gonna be like brand names? That might be something. So anyway, deliberate, reflect, muse, and and phew, I don't know, man. Noodle? Like in terms of just daydreaming kind of. I don't know, man. And so what's left? The Whatever the fuck that is. There's cronut. There's lunar? Like lunar calendar? Like this is gonna be the names of things. So what started out looking like an easy puzzle has very quickly gone off the rails. What's the last thing that's left here? Thick, we've already got brush, we've already got dense, we've got puff thing, we've got cranium. All right, now let's see. There might be something going on with like these words aren't themselves part of the same category, or like they don't actually have anything in common. It might be something about how they're spelled. Like they all begin like the first three letters of some other thing. Hmm. Or end with the like last four letters of something else. I can't help but notice that lunar is an anagram for ulnar. Don't know how that helps us, but it is. Okay. Cranium, lunar, cronut, puffin stuff. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, and if I can't think of some actual unifying theme, we're just gonna send it, and then we'll see. So what I'm gonna do is I'll pause the video while I think, and then if I discover anything, I'll come back and I will let you know. All right, give me a moment. All right, I thought about it, and I have nothing. And I think the reason I have nothing is because I have no idea what this thing is. I feel like these are going to be like brand names for something that I just don't know what they are. So let's put it in. And if this is not, part of me is hoping that it ends up not being correct, because that would mean that there's some other puzzle going on that maybe I can solve. But the only thing I can think of is to put it like this. Okay. What? Man, that's very sketchy. Okay, cranium starts with starts with crane, sorry. Cronut starts with crow. Puffin stuff starts with puffin, which is already, I think, stretching it a little bit. But what is lunar? Is Luna or like loon? Loon. Okay, loon. Like the Canadian, the thing on the Canadian $1 coin, I think. That's so sketchy, dude. Um, but what I will do after this puzzle is I need to look up what this is. It turns out knowing what it is wouldn't have helped you solve the puzzle, because the puzzle was in fact about something like structurally within these words and not what the words actually meant. Anyway, out of these, literally anything could be blue, yellow, or green. But deliberate muse, reflect noodle could be blue. Okay. And then we got a 50-50. Out of these options, I think the mirror, tweezers, nail file, brush is gonna be green. Man, come on. Man, come on. God. Oh, it's Well, we took our streak to four. Whatever. Let's see how tough the puzzle was. Because the purple was so weird, and because the blue had a weird thing in it, like noodle is a very unusual word to be using in that context. I'm gonna guess the solve rate is maybe in the 50s or 60s, but let's check. Well, evidently I don't know anything. Evidently, I'm the stupid one. 82% solve rate. Nobody had any trouble with it. Nobody other than me, it seems. Were there any red herrings? Fuck off. Fuck off with your 98 out of 99 nonsense. We did get purple first, which was the toughest one. I guess the cosmetic grooming stuff was easier to spot than this. Actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I definitely spotted this before this. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. Are there any red herrings? There are none that I can see in terms of it would be one word from each of the different categories if it was a deliberate red herring, and I don't want to. I don't want it to taunt me about how I didn't get reverse rainbow, so we're just gonna call it good. Listen, I know I let everybody down, but from today onwards, I'm turning over a new leaf. If I am not confident, or at least if I am not at least 80% sure that I've got the entire puzzle solution, I'm just gonna keep thinking, and we're not gonna have a repeat of the debacle that caused me to lose the streak earlier in the week. That is my promise to you, and you know, I like to think that I'm a man of my word, but I guess we'll find out. We've got 3 months. We've got 3 months to find out if I am indeed an honest man. Anyway, that's gonna be enough for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me next Sunday for some more connections. And until then, take care.